Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Gamecocks will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Prentice. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Alabama's will have some work to do after that short return. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early, and David, you're looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways to feature him. Find him, like you said, Jesse, early, often, deep, shallow. Get this man the football.
These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. The give is to Miller. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Running back searching for a hole. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Really good looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has in the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
No, it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Movement here from the tight end. They'll leave it with him. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Back to throw, it's Mack. Quickly complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
I'll tell you, this is a running back. He's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Got it in the middle, it's ball. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Miller with the ball. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense has its first opportunity of the day. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was 2nd and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Here comes that Alabama offense. Line gets set, first down. Quarterback checking off. Dropping back, it's Mack. Finds his man down the middle. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The give is to Miller. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Trying to pick up a first down. Little touch pass to the receiver. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they get the sack right out of the gate.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Pressure. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
Trying to beat the D deep. And the the 35-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He's looking to throw it. Coming after him. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Looking to throw, it's Mack. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And guys, they've come through on the first 2 third-down tries. This one might be a little tougher. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That one comes out hot down the right side.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
That is no good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Halfway there on first down and 2nd and 5. Wide receiver shows motion. From the gun, running back gets to give. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the 4th quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the 4th quarter.
The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I'd go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together.
He's loose. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy in the offense?
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. To the air, it's Mack. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm, and that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. Makes a connection. Off he goes. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Prentice. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Trying to move them on the counter. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Caught over the middle. It's Law. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. From the gun, running back on the move. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job.
Oh, it's on the ground. Live ball. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll throw it on first down. Gets it out fast. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Now on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. He makes the connection. He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll immediately call timeout. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd down, going up top. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Got room on the return. He's inside the 40, the 20. He's at the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Alabama! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And it's been a clinic in fundamental defensive football. Both teams have been relentless and ball hawking, refusing to give an inch. This is the kind of slugfest that real football fans love. Crushing tackles and dudes flying into gaps and passing lanes. A testament to the discipline both of these teams have shown. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Discards a man.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Allen. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. And the Gamecocks look to keep this drive humming.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on 1st down, 2nd down, and 3rd down, as you saw right there.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. To the ground with the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Back to throw, it's Mack. Fires to the right. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Can't get him to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot. And this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow,
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
you're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Miller with the ball. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. To the ground to try to move the chains. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form time.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. A little screen to the running back. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing at running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Mack. Fires toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Love the coverage on the back end. The defenders staying right by the receiver, the intended target. As a result, that ball's incomplete.
The aerial assault continues. Hit as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Going over the top. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. This quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Quick strike complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. The give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Fires to the big fella. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense try to get it himself. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
That is the exact situation that every defense draws up. I want you in third and long. I want you in a predictable passing situation. But I don't want you with that guy, because that guy can run around, scramble, buy time, make third and long look like third and short, and pick up a first down.
And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Trying play action. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. Your
quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Cal is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Aaron Rodgers should never be counted out of any game. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Houston. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Quarterback checking the play. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's going to take off. No fear from this freshman quarterback as he picks up the 1st down himself.
Man, it is do or die time right now for this offense playing at home, and the quarterback just takes the play over. On 4th down, knowing they're trailing, doing anything he can to scramble, find a way to keep this team alive in front of this home crowd. This is going to go down to the wire.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. All kinds of running room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the other side.
When you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's just it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He'll come out throwing on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Miller. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Running it to the right. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Give to the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a 4th quarter lead. With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown time! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch. In those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here, you need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Catch in the middle. It's Jacobs. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. This is a situation you dreamed of in the backyard, but now it's for real. One last chance late in the game. Final drive coming for this offense. A strike downfield. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Looking left. Snags it. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space on the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Here comes that Alabama offense. So the first order of business here, David, is don't knock yourself out of field goal range.
Correct. Don't take the sack. Don't get a negative play. But if I can be aggressive, Palmer, I'm still trying to go to the end zone to get the immediate dub.
And take as much pressure off of your kicker as you possibly can. You just got to wonder what he's thinking right now. Lots of pressure on him.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts that they will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's looking to throw. He's going up top here late in the game. He's got it inside the 30. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lanes, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
Trying to get to it. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. On third and long, try to convert through the air. They're bringing heat. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up fourth down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case